Hey everybody, Hopsop's coming at you. This is lesson 4 of this full unit that I put together because I'm very interested in. I'm in here, this is my studies, this is my research that I'm sharing with you, okay? So I'm going to frame this final lesson. Here's what I've covered so far real quick. Lesson 1, we talked about Bitcoin dominance. 2 was Ethereum as confirmation behind Bitcoin. 3, XRP as a participation signal, very important stuff. That's my favorite one, actually. And then lesson 4 that we're doing right here, this is the one that most people get wrong. Okay, so listen closely. It's about the altcoin season and why it's usually misunderstood. Last bull run, I missed this and I didn't understand it. I bought almost the top. And then I did see an altcoin season for a little bit. I didn't know that's what I was sitting in. I saw my account pump. I was like, man, this is easy, dude. I'm going to be. And then the winter hit. And I was like, oh, shnikey. That's when I really started to learn what these cycles are all about. So most people think that alt season means everything goes up all at once. They think it's an explosive, an obvious, massive, euphoric pump that happens. It's not. It's not. Altcoin season is not a single moment. It's not a guarantee. It doesn't arrive on any kind of a schedule. Take note of that. It doesn't reward everybody equally. Life is unfair. We all know this. You got in trouble for something you didn't do back when you were a kid, and life slaps you around. We all know this. Okay, so by the time everyone agrees that we're in altcoin season, all the YouTubers are saying it, and it's in the news and stuff like that, the easy money is already gone. That's why we have to prepare, which I have learned from my mentors, and thank you, Economic Ninjas, a huge one that talks about this. Thank you, because it's too late once everybody's reading it and seeing it in the news right here. So, okay, I'm going to put these up. I think there's 5 bullet points on this next thing here. Altcoin isn't a switch, okay? It's a process that we just want to identify. Here's the structure. Number 1, Bitcoin leads. Number 2, Ethereum confirms the scenario. We'll see Bitcoin take off, and then what happens is we pay attention to the dominance. The Bitcoin dominance will transfer into Ethereum. I showed the charts in lesson 3, I think it was. We got to pay close attention to that. The other large caps participate. All the way down, if you get on coinmarketcap.com, the numbers list is on the left, and it lists all the projects in terms of the market cap. From 1, the highest being Bitcoin, on down. Large ones are considered within the top 10 there. Might go 11 or 12, but approximately. Select sectors rotate. Okay? Speculation lasts, not first. So these speculation things is weeded into the last participating piece of this dominance with the money movement. We're following the money. That's what this whole discussion is about. Okay, what we're seeing right now, it is a participation. We are seeing participation, meaning the Ethereum is kind of staying sideways along with Bitcoin in terms of the money flow. And XRP is staying with the participation. That's what's very interesting to me. Okay. This distinction does matter, ladies and gentlemen. It's very important. So here's why most people don't benefit from altcoin season. They chase the late movers. Ever heard of FOMO? It's called FOMO. When we see a big green candle, and I've done it. Trust me, I know. We all do it. It's human nature. We see green candles, boom, you click buy to go get it. It peters out. And it probably rolls over and goes back down to test technical support levels and things like that. So, don't chase these movers. And if you don't look at liquidity, following the money is the most important thing that I have learned. Do not ignore liquidity. Global liquidity as well, if we're talking about a macro perspective here. Confusing short-term pumps with trend shifts. With the smaller market caps, right, the altcoins that we're talking about here, smaller amounts of money, a whale can come in and create some kind of crazy movement, but it's phony, and it just peters back down. I've done that this year, and I've learned I didn't full on mess up, but I almost did mess up because it's easy to do on these smaller cap projects. You see a big candle, I got in and there was a little bit more, but what it peters out again, and it starts falling back down below my entry spot. So then I have to start getting really serious about dollar costing average, because I already did my research and I believe in the project. You never just buy anything unless you know what the utility is on it. You have to know what you're buying before you click that buy button, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it's preparation. Altcoin season is about preparing before everything hits the headlines. Okay, it's boring. We should be accumulating and getting into these projects with whatever allocated funds that you have on a monthly or weekly basis when it's boring. That's the time to accumulate. So where we likely are right now, okay, where are we right now in this market based on everything that we've covered in Unit 1 through 3? Looks like Bitcoin dominance is stalling. This does not equal a collapse. Next, and I will put these up actually, Ethereum participation does not equal full rotation, but we are seeing those things. XRP moving, we did see a move up to create a new support level with XRP from where it was. Finally, it was coming down, and it finally found a bottom, and then we found a bottom, and it did move up. Okay, this is not some kind of mania of altcoin season. So selective strength is greater than broad speculation. Okay, so looks like this is like an early to a mid transition, not the end game. Now, I need you right here at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the 4-year cryptocurrency cycle as we know it has changed. And this is coming from world-renowned experts in the economy, economic factors that go on with global liquidity. We have participation with institutional money now that has changed this cycle a bit. So it is stretching out beyond 4 years. You can disagree with what I'm saying right now, but I've done the research. Check this video at the end. I'm going to show you the 4-year cryptocurrency cycles. We know it has changed. Changed into what? We don't know. That's what we're looking at right now with being disciplined and following what is right here. Okay? The goal of this unit that I'm talking to you guys about, it's not about trying to predict price. Okay, we're not predicting price. We are looking at movements of money and how they correlate to each other in each one of the projects. Okay. If you recall, and you go back and look at price charts, this is money leaving Bitcoin. The price didn't go down like this. The price stayed pretty consistent. This is money leaving Bitcoin. And if you recall, we go back over to like an Ethereum or XRP chart, these price actions were pumping upward somewhat in Ethereum and XRP. Okay? And so now this is what we've been talking about. This whole unit, I've been talking about this right here. We're just kind of moving sideways. Okay? Which is a good thing right now. Okay, it's kind of creating more pressure. There's a lot of talk about this. We're creating more pressure to explode more when it's time to move, in this example, down. When this Bitcoin percentage dominance starts moving down, money's leaving Bitcoin. Once we get, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, once we get down to straight across right here, about under 55% to about 54%, we're going to see other projects pump. Okay, This is what Bitcoin looks like. Now the Ethereum, remember my last lesson, same thing. It's just going sideways right about 12.2%. So there's no movement right now, which is crazy. Okay, we gotta watch when these start moving. So when we see the Bitcoin moving down, this right here should be moving up to the higher percent. The all-time high, recent all-time high is 14.98%. Let's say 15%. When this creeps up to 15% of the market cap money in the Ethereum project, this should be heading towards all-time high prices. The most interesting thing I was talking about in lesson 3 is XRP. Look at this. Money has stayed very consistent the whole summer within XRP. And what happened? Right here, the end of December, early January, we had this price movement up in XRP. This is the money moving up. Right around, let's see, January 1st. See this little dip? Going back over to Bitcoin. See this dip downward right here? This dip from here to here, in my estimation, created that XRP lift. They're working simultaneously. That's the exciting thing about this dominant schedule that we're talking about. Okay. Good stuff, everybody. Good stuff. I wanted to point that out to you. From here, I'm going to, like I said, you got to look at this 4-year cycle video that I did. The 4-year cycle has broken. I'll put it up on the screen right here. Thank you very much for checking in right here. We'll get into the next unit. It's going to be exciting stuff. This is helping me, people, just as much as it's helping you. Trust me. It's time very well spent that I'm putting in, dedicating myself to you, those of you who choose to click and view and take a look at this information. I really appreciate it. Hop Sauce signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Have a great week, and we're going to keep chipping away. We'll go from there. All right. Peace out. Peace out.